part 2. I don't know what happened there. But let me show you the lick again right here. And then go back to this pickup. Do it again. Without looking this time. And then take it back up this time. Before I show you this, I hear a lot about phrasing, signature stuff. You know what? I don't want to talk about phrasing right now. I got some other stuff I want to show you on that. That I've learned. Again, there are guitar players out there, Steve Stein. Golly, there's guitar players out there that can teach you this stuff and teach you really what you're doing. I play a lot by ear. I know some of what I'm doing, but a lot of it for me was just learning the fretboard. But with this particular thing here, this started off as just a finger exercise, and one thing I started kind of figuring out was patterns. You know, once you start learning patterns, different things, you'll start seeing different things over and over and over. And with this little thing right here, so I'm going to show you right here, just in D. So let me try to do this slower. So that's the first part of it. That makes sense. And then you just kind of, so I added one more in there. I do a lot of back and forth stuff like that. I like it. And then you just slide it down to the octave. Right here, same thing. And get that. Yeah, try to get that in there. Fun stuff. Anyways, it's kind of a cool pattern. Hopefully that makes some kind of sense to you. But what I started figuring out was when you see these patterns and you see other people play them, I learn a lot by watching other guitar players play. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm not really here to teach you anything. I'm just showing you some cool stuff I've picked up. Hopefully you take it and make it your own. That's what I'd like to see you do. Make it your own thing. So by doing that, watching other players, sometimes I've stumbled across stuff accidentally. So this first part of it here. So what if we took the same pattern and just moved the pinky up like this? I mean, it would work, right? And we might have to move, because we've moved the octave, we may have to move the G string a little bit, but so let's just do it in D right. Let's keep it in D. So, crap, where was I? So you see what I mean? Change the shape a little bit, but just keep the same pattern, relative. So when I say relative, so if you do an octave right here, let's just start where we're starting in D here. If you do this as an octave, you started in D, so you have to still go to this D right here. So you see what I mean? Octave, octave. That's all. So just keep up with your octaves. And that's a really fun way to kind of walk up and down the fretboard a little bit. And even though it's the same notes, same thing right here. But when you play it all together, it doesn't really sound that way. Especially when you climb back up, for some reason it changes it a little bit. To me, to my ears anyways. And then I want to show you this pattern right here. It's kind of cool too. There again, just an exercise. It's a great picking exercise. But I started noticing, I started seeing this pattern, and then started using it quite a bit when I was learning solos, and I'll show you one in a second. But it just start wherever you start it. Doesn't matter. Let's just start it in B right here. So let me do it this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go 1, 4, 3, hopefully that makes sense. So watch the pattern. And then 1, 4, 2. Or it was it's actually 4, 1, 2. You see what I mean? I'm just talking about the fingers that you're using. So 1, 3, and 4. Now see, we're on these 2 right here. So we move up and we still use those 2. Now see how we're a full step apart right here? Now we'll go here and we're still at this full step apart, but we take everything in full step. That's the pattern. So you just repeat it. So right here. Then up to here. And then this pattern here. And then it repeats back to 1, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 4. And then, however you want to do this, but I do 1, 2, and 3. So, again, started off as a picking exercise. Then I just blew that all to crap. But you see what I'm saying? Pretty fun. It's actually a pretty fun picking exercise. And you get to incorporate all of the fingers. That pinky, God, I can't express this enough. Glenn Tipton of Judas Priest was a favorite guitar player of mine. I unfortunately can't play anything like him, and I never could. But it was always fun to watch him play because when he played, his fingers barely came off the fretboard, as opposed to mine that are all over the freaking place. But you do what you do, and it works. But if you can keep them close, if you can practice keeping them close, you will be faster. You absolutely will be faster. And probably more accurate versus this thing just going all out wherever it wants to do. But I wanted to show you that pattern because when I was learning the solo to Still the Night, White Snake, I actually used that pattern in the climb up at the end of that solo. So it gets to a part where it gets to that fast part and it ascends for a little bit. There it is. So you see that pattern just develops right there. That's that. The only thing is I started it in a different place. So I started it right here with the full full steps apart. And then I went back to 1, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. And then back to the full steps apart there. So that whole run is like... Let me try not looking at it because for some reason I can't get it. That's a great run. One more time. Let me try it again. Let's try it on this pickup. Anyways, you get it. Okay. If I was playing just the whole solo, I probably could get to it and not think anything about it. But see, I thought about it. And then one more thing on this lick. A lot of times players will use this trick to make things nasty. You got players like Paul Gilbert that can do pretty much whatever he wants to do. But I like to let strings kind of keep ringing while I'm hitting other notes. And it just gives it that grindy, kind of nasty sound. Y'all, I can't play tonight. Sorry. But so you see what I'm saying? Some of those notes you just let, instead of choking them up. I mean, you could do it that way if you wanted to, and it's good practice to be able to do it. And I'm just choking up here, right here, just muting a little bit. I don't really like, I do some runs that way. But most of the time I just mix it up. Just mix it up. Do your thing. Do whatever you do and whatever you like to hear and whatever you like to do. Oh, let's sound better on this one. Sorry. No edits. No edits. I just mess it up and I don't care. I'll just do it. Noises and everything. Anyways, I hope that helps somebody. Hope it ends up being kind of cool, and you turn it into something that's yours. Maybe one day I'll have time to actually sit down and edit videos and make myself look like a way better player than what I am. Quite honestly, like tonight, I just sit down and just hit record and just start playing. You know, if I warmed up, I'd probably make better videos. Maybe one day I'll do that. I don't know. You know, I'm just a real dude, man. I'm just a real dude. I do what I do. But when the time comes and you got to get on stage and you got to make that happen, that comes from repetition. This is stuff, you know, I hadn't thought about really. Haven't played it. I just sat down and started going for it and just hit record. But I can't stress repetition enough. These people that have been doing this for a long time, they've been doing it a long time, and they've been doing some of the same stuff over and over and over. I love going to concerts and seeing guitar players kind of stretch the solos out of proportion a bit, you know, and they do something a little different. I mean, you can tell that they either didn't record it the way they wanted to, and then you see them live and you go, oh, okay, that's what they wanted to do. Or don't forget, these cats have played these solos hundreds of thousands of times. So they may get to the point where, you know, I think I'll do this here, or I think I'll try this here. And sometimes they just, when I was playing back in the early 90s out in California doing that thing, sometimes you just tried stuff, you know. Sometimes you were a hero, sometimes you were a zero. But you got to go for it, you know. Just hang it out there, see what happens. Anyways, stay real, stay true to yourself, and evaluate yourself, man. on guitar, personally, where you're at every day. You having a good day, bad day, up day, down day. Know where you're at. And stay with it. Stay positive. It does help. It does help when you know you're not having a good day and you acknowledge it. All right, man, I'm just not having a good day. It helps to acknowledge it a little bit. Sometimes you can kind of go, but why? Why? And you can just come out of it. Sometimes you can go, I really can't think of a good reason. So, come out of it, and be a positive for somebody. Be a positive for yourself. Look for the positive in things, and be a positive for somebody. We'll do this again. I'm having fun doing them. You do it too. Spread the positivity, man. Spread the positivity. All right. Peace.